Welcome back everyone, it's Mr. Metaboss Gaming here, and today I am gonna be showing you lot a gem of the MMO genre. Now, this is like a secret MMO, you could say, mostly known by people in France. A lot of French people have grown up been playing this, me being one of them. This is the Ankama launcher, so this is a separate launcher for the Ankama games. If you've never heard of, we're going to check it out today. We're going to check one of those games today, and we'll probably do videos on the other ones. So we've got Dofus 3.0, which came out a few years ago now. It's an updated version of the older one with new features, new maps, and new graphics, etc. So yeah, this would be the main, what most people, it's like your standard World of Warcraft, and then you've got your Dofus Retro, which is your WoW Classic in a sense, which is before all the fancy animation, everything that came out, which personally, most of us grown up playing basically Dofus Retro at the time, which was called Dofus. We will check it out in another video. So this is another game that they have. They also have a game called Wakfu, which takes place about, I think, hundreds or thousands of years before that game of Dofus. Another game we could check out. They also do one called Waven. I can't remember if I've played that. But again, that's more than they do. More games that they do, and these are new stuff which I have never heard of, to be fair, and you have to pay for them, which is a bit ugh. Oh well, I'll have to check them out at some point. So today we're going to be trying out Dofus 3.0. So you'll have to create an account. This is a really old account of mine, as you can see. I've been playing this since forever, to be fair. You can add me if you want. But yeah, it's a French MMO developed by French developers, and it is going to blow you away. I'm going to tell you, there's loads of other stuff. You've got a store you can check out. So the game is free to play. The thing is, to play Dofus Retro, you need to have a subscription. Now, the subscription is really cheap. So as you can see there, for 30 days or a month, it's only £4.20. It used to be a lot cheaper when I was younger, I'll tell you that. For a month, it used to be like £1.50. But yeah, price has upped a bit, but it's still very affordable. And you know, someone who's young, when I remember I was playing it, I was probably like 8-10 years old. Wasn't too much of an issue to ask my parents for a bit of money. But this would give you access to Dofus Retro. Wakfu can play for free, and Dofus 3.0. Now there is, if I remember, there was a limit on Dofus 3.0, how far you can get into the game without getting the subscription. But you could do quite a bit, to be fair. But the game will massively open when you purchase the subscription. So I've already pressed play. I'm going to open my app. I have put the music off just for the beginning so we can talk over. I'm going to be putting that back on. Oh, the music is beautiful. Anyway, you'll be greeted after launching the game. Dofus. Press play. You get to see my characters that I have played before, so you get your different servers. So this is a server I've already been. So there's a single account servers. You get the multi accounts, I think they were called. Don't recall, to be honest. These are the older servers, if I remember. These are some new characters I had made. Damn, I don't remember making that many characters, to tell you that. I don't even know what all these accounts are. But yeah, well, let's pick a server. So right now we've got 3 on the main Pioneer servers. I think these are the older ones, if I remember, and the Pioneer single accounts were the new ones. So as you can see, we've got a recommended server. So I think we're going to jump in here, create a new character, take it from there. And it's not letting me for some what reason, which is fine. I'm assuming these servers are... okay, the subscribed accounts. So you'd have to subscribe to use one of these servers, which is fine. We'll just use the normal Pioneer one. And we'll just jump on the one I already have. Something I learned in it. So let's get rid of that. Don't remember you at all. And there we go. So you'll be greeted with a character creation. So we've got different classes which are based off your character itself. So you have the IOP, which is more of a warrior class. Obviously you can customize your character a little bit more. On the right hand side, as you can see, it just changes hairstyles. Very simple, very cartoony. I quite like it, to be fair. It matches really well. You can change hair color, skin color, clothes color, and you can try some equipment on if you want, just to see how it look later on. Different emotes. But yeah, so you got your eye up with if you can see, there you go, damage dealer, buffer, positioner. Now what I mean by positioner, as this game is an MMO, is still a strategic game, so it's not exactly dice as such. But you got to think about, you know, your elements, your moves, you're limited to everything, and we will go through it when we get into it. So we'll go through most of them and just have a look. So you've got your eye up, which is what I will call your sword welder or tank. The next one is Crow, who is obviously with the icon on top, you know, is your archer. Sakria, who works with blood types. Really good class, a really good beginning one, makes it a lot easier. He's got loads of health levels, so I do recommend him. I think the easiest to get into is probably the Crow, which is the archer. You've got the Eneripsa. As you can see, there's stars on top of the head, which I just noticed. Which one is it? Yeah, I think that's the difficulty on how to use them. So you got the Eneripsa, which is like what would you call it? Healer. That's it. He's a healer. Each class, saying that each race comes with their male and female counterpart, obviously. Me, I am going to pick a male character, so we'll stick to that. So he's your healer. You've got the Ujinak, which is a 2-star damage dealer. He's really tanky, but the thing is, he attacks really up close, so bear that in mind, and you'll see when we get into it. The Feka, an excellent class, good beginner one. He does a lot of work with shields, so he's like a protector. So when you're doing a part of a team and stuff like that, he's a good way to protect the rest of the group. It's really good. You've got the Enutrof. To be fair, I've never played with that class, but I think you get like gold bonuses or something like that. He's pretty good. I've seen him fight. He's not super strong, but he's got his uses. You've got the Sram. Sram's an excellent class, so you think he's some sort of poison, but no, he actually works a lot with traps. So he sets traps for the enemies, which they don't see. He's pretty good with damage as well, so he's a really good class to be. The Forge Lance, I think he's one of the latest classes they've added. Never got to use him. He's a 3-star difficulty, but he's got plenty of abilities, and I know he does hit hard. You have the Masquerader, another class I've never tried. I have no idea how he plays. It'd be worth trying out at some point. The Pandawa is a 3-star. He's a bit more complicated, so he does do some good hits, but he plays a lot with positioning. So obviously, as a strategy game, he's able to pick and throw things around and characters. So when you're playing, it's good to have the advantage of just positioning in right places for whatever you want to try to achieve. The Sadido, which is the class I'm probably going to make today, is more of a plant-based character. Really interesting class. I did make him a long time ago, so I want to see how he's evolved. The Osamados, which is a 4-star, he's the summoner. So he uses different summons for battle. Obviously, the more higher level you get, the more summons you get to do, and different types of summons, which is pretty cool. Really good class to start off with. I think that was my first character many years ago. Forgernaut, he's like a steamer class. So I haven't used him personally, but I have seen he's pretty decent, and he can use summons as well to help do some big damage. Is interesting. The Hopper Mage, 4-star, is a more complicated to use. He does big damage, but he uses a lot of different element types. So he's a very, what would be the word? The word. He's like uses all types of elements to his advantage. So obviously some certain monsters, they're weaker to certain, he's able to do them all, which is really good. The Eka Flip, which is a cat character, really cool. So I used to play him back in the days. As you can see, he's a dice, so he's really a roll of a dice if I remember. So his attacks used to be from, like, as you can see on there on that chart, it says 1 to 6 for instance, and he's completely out random. He can do random damage. He could hit really hard, he could hit really low, but really good to play. I quite enjoyed him. The Rogue is a really higher complicated class who doesn't use traps like Stram, but he uses bombs. Never used him, but I've seen him around. It's an interesting class. The Heliotrop, freaking, how much is that? 5 stars. He is a lot more complicated than the others. He uses teleporters, so in terms of positioning and that, you could like make a portal at some point, hit it, and like it hits the enemy like I don't know how far away. It's really interesting the way he works, but it does take a lot of brain, so I would not recommend that as a beginner. Same with the Exilor, which is a 5-star. He is also very complicated to be fair, but he can do some serious damage. He's again really advantage with positioning. Take that in mind. You'll see when we get to the game what I mean by positioning and stuff like that. But yeah, so for today, I said I was going to use someone. the Sedida. He's not the prettiest looking person, but he's definitely interesting. He looks like a voodoo doll and stuff. His attacks is really interesting. So his different hair types. He's got bun behind, bun on top, small dreads. You get to pick all your different options. A bit scruffy in that. I am gonna go with... That looks alright, to be fair. I'm gonna probably keep his skin color the same. His hair. What color should we do his hair? Oh god, that looks awful, doesn't it? Let's go with some... let's carry on how I usually do it. White hair, red eyes, you know what I mean? Let's go with some greyish looking thing. It looks a bit different. Yeah, that looks good. That's good enough for me, man. You can see with his so it looks like your equipment changes color with the set you picked. And we are going to start, and I am going to call myself Mr. Meadow Boss. And we're going to hit play.
Welcome, young soul. Welcome to the world of 12. A peaceful world under the protection of the 12 gods. A land of legend ruled by the power of the Dofus. 6 dragon eggs, symbols of power and givers of hope. Until one terrible day when they were stolen. Now the harmony is broken. The elements and monsters have been unleashed. The time has come. Your destiny has brought you to Incarnate. Discover the world. Find precious allies. Find the Dofus. Become a hero. And become a part of the legend.
Okay, we've been thrown straight into the world. Remember, we're gonna have a tutorial, and let's get straight into it. Are you okay? Nothing broken. Since you only just incarnated, take a few steps to make sure you're in one piece. So they're gonna go through on how to play the game a bit, and so it's a click game, if I remember. So there's no need for WASD. I think you can play with WASD, but you'll use the mouse more than anything. Excellent. See the big statue? This is Sedida, your god. Pretty cool, right? Also known as a doll master. He watches you from behind his mask even when he's asleep. So that's this statue here we see. Enough talk. Your destiny awaits. There's no point lingering. The Dofus aren't here. Your adventure will start as soon as you leave this place. Let's go. So you can travel through map by hitting sides. Obviously right now we're going to go right, so we're going to click that. And let's talk to Mr. Birdie. As you can see, we can go right here, and I don't think we can go back. So let's talk to him. Welcome to Incarnate. How would you like to take a few short class to teach you the basics of life as an adventurer? Lesson number 1: combat. Attack the celestial pouch. And yeah, so head to celestial pouch to attack it. So straight away off the bat with some combat. We like combats. Okay, so let's say this is our training dummy, so you just click on it. We start the fight. So the blue is Oslo, and I can choose a starting position. So I've got 3 to start off with. Enemies are red. So let's get as far as I can. I've got 48 seconds to start the fight. I can press ready and start right away. I can ask. So right now this little red thing is available later, but if you press this on the outside world, you'll see a sword, and this will shout for help basically, so you can have other people join you. If you don't, there's a lock button usually somewhere. This one here, available later of course. You can cancel the IB, which is people can watch you fight basically. If they're on the same map as you, you can stop them from watching you. I don't remember what that is, and I don't remember what that is. So great start. We've got our health here, we've got action points, and we've got movement points. I'm going to go through this right now. I'm going to press ready, and we're going to get the fight ready. So we've got 3 movement points, which allows us to move 3 squares in whichever direction we want at the moment. Obviously I can only go 1 backwards because the map doesn't allow me to go any past that. I can go 3 to the left, 3 to the right, 3 forward. And I am going to go far away. So action points. Action points is based on what actions you can use with the points you've got. So if I go on here, call this move called Brambles, right at the top it says cost 3 stars, which means it uses 3 action points to do this spell, you could call it. And I've got others, but we're going to start with a Bramble, and I can't hit the enemy. So what I mean by positioning, me being an idiot and not knowing these spells, I do not know I could not hit him by going this far away. What an idiot. So we're going to wait for the next round. But basically, if he was in it, I would just click that, and that will attack him as I did with that little animation. And because that was 3, I've got another 3 points to do, so I could hit him again. But I missed my chance. Great. So usually it won't be 10 minutes, it'll be a shorter. I think it's about 30-40 seconds per turn. Especially if you've got other people that are playing with you, you don't want them waiting for so long. So it's not 10 minutes. So we're going to press end turn. Technically he, obviously because he's a scarecrow, he's not going to move, but enemies will move towards you. I'm going to go back into my position. I'm going to use Bramble. And there we go, we got a damage counter of 14. And there's a little green thing on top, so that tells me there's an effect on him. The effect on him is called Infected for 1 turn. What does that Infected do? I do not know. I'll have to look into the spells to find out more. Oh, there you go, it says there. Infects a target and inflicts earth damage. A leafy tree applies the effects on enemies in a 2- cell circle, or an enemy also applies the effects on all infected enemies. If I remember, this will come in later with some spells that you unlock later on. I also have other ones, which is this is the Sedida tier. So the colors, let's get in the colors first. You've got brown, blue, which is water, red, which is fire, green, which is air. And it will tell you when you put your cursor over it. 15 to 17 air damage, 15 to 17 fire damage. Water will do 15 to 17 water damage. As I said, the water's pretty interesting. So he's got 15 to 17 water heals. So if you hit an enemy with it, you'll heal them for 15 to 17. If you hit an enemy, you'll do damage. And yeah, it puts them in a leafy state, whatever that means. The fire says -2 movement points. So the enemy also has movement and action points, which you can lower, if it makes sense. So if I do this attack and then take 2 of his movement points, and he had 3, he now has 1, and that's only for 1 turn. But he loses those movement points, which means if he was chasing me, then obviously he can't chase me as fast or as far as he would have. We're going to get into that a bit more, and then air for air damage. So before attacking, if I put my cursor on him at the bottom, you can see his life points, his action points, his movement points. So as you can see, he's got 0 movement points but 4 action points. But because he can't move, I don't think he can attack me from up close. Sorry, from far. If I'm up close, I think he can attack me because he's got the action points for it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to position myself far away from him, but he can't hit me, but I can. I'm going to use fire just to see how the fire looks, and it also, well, it won't affect him because he ain't got no movement points, but technically it would have. So that was an attack. I'm going to do end turn. There we go again. This time let's go for a water. Let's go. It's only an animation different for all of his spells. Got a victory, got 0 XP and 0 kamas. This is your currency you'll be having during the game. So let's talk back to him. Well done. I slipped a few items into your bag, equip them, then enter the next room. This time you'll be fighting real enemies. Of course, you can always continue training with a pouch if you feel it's necessary. Okay, so now we've unlocked this right bit off the screen. So we've got quests and inventory. So you can press I to open inventory. So I'm going to press the inventory. And this is all our stuff. This is equipment only, usable items, resources, quest items, and cosmetic items. So I'm going to just leave them on all at the moment. So we've got a hat, which gives us 1 visibility, 1 initiative, and it's linked to my character. And they all give about the same thing. So double click and it's going to equip all of them. Fantastic. And there was something else I can't check. Yes, there we go. So if you right click on an item, you can lock into inventory, you can unequip it, share, pin to tooltip. I'm going to do is I'm going to press set. So this is going to tell me the set of this whole armor set, if it makes sense. I can't show you this, but basically I think I'm missing the shield, so I'm not getting the full item. I've got how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I've got 6 items. So this is saying because I've got 6 items, I get 6 vitality and 6 initiative. If I get all 8, so I'm missing something else. The sword and the shield I'm missing. So if I press all 8, I will get 8 vitality, 8 initiative. So you can see further ahead what your bonuses are. Some items will have extra bonuses and some will have the more pieces of set you have, they'll work better. Which I'm surprised by 8. If I have the full set, I'll only get 8 and 8. Usually if you complete a set, you'll get, you know, that will double for some reason, stuff like that. So you can plan out ahead of time. So yeah, we're going to close that and we're going to go straight to the next room. Oh, I love this game. Go to the next one stuff. Okay, so we're gonna fight some gobbles. A gobble, celestial gobble, and a little gobble. I don't know how they fall these names, but yeah. So I'm gonna position myself here. You see we have 40 seconds before starting the fight. And at the top, in the middle, as you can see, which I am gonna change position because I don't like it. Can I not move it? I think you should be able to move this around probably later on. But you can see the turn, so it's me first, then the little guy, and then the big guy. So we're gonna know the order, so I know I'm gonna be first. I'm gonna pick something. What did I say? No, yeah, I'm gonna use the fire. So if we go on the little guy, he says he's got 2 movement points. So if I do that, he's gonna lose the 2 movement points and not move. There we go. And he's got 1, so he only took 1 of it, so he didn't take the full 2 amount, which is fine. It's a game of dice, this is. I'm gonna try again. Finish him off. And I'm gonna attack this guy. So 17 health gone, and he did not lose any movement points. Oh, I feel embarrassed. But that's the thing, so you plan ahead. Sometimes it may work, sometimes it may not. 16 health damage. Nothing. And I've killed him before that. And I've won myself the shield. Let's equip the shield, which gives me 3 vitality on top. Nice. Let's talk and give the quest back. Your opponent bit the dust and even won a shield as a bonus. You're making quick progress, but I expected as much from you. When you level up, you'll be able to specialize in a path to make your spells more powerful. Hop up and down with impatience. Thank you. And you got achievement unlocked. You lot probably don't see because my avatar's in the way, but if you press this chest here. Hey, there we go. I get extra 115 XP. And obviously you can let them add up and then get loads, but I'm just going to press collect all. There we go, hit level 2. I get 5 extra health points, I get 5 characteristic points, and I get 5 pods. I'm going to get into that. So let's go back to inventory. And pods is this bit right here. So it says I can have up to 1005 pods, which is the weight. At some point, obviously, if you get overweight, your character moves really slowly, and then if you get super heavy, he doesn't move at all. So that's what the pod was for winning that. We get the characteristic points. We're going to go through this right now. Excuse me. So there's our character and his information, our action points, movement points, how many summons I can have, which will change depending on your equipment you're wearing. Pods, prospecting, so I've won 5 extra pods. Initiative, obviously gain from, or you can get lock, AP reduction, MP reduction, reflect, dodge, AP parry, MP parry, and heals. All these stuff can be changed and affected depending on your equipment. As we can see, we are specific. What do you call it? Element hasn't been decided yet. So I've got 5 points, which are 1 from leveling. You need to distribute your points. So you can put 5 in health, as I've got 5 points. I can put in strength, which will affect all my earth type elements. So all my earth spells. Intelligence, which will affect my fire damage, fire spells. Chance, which will be water. Agility, which is air. Wisdom. As we ain't got a spell for wisdom, wisdom actually helps in XPing quicker. Now, as you can see, 1 point will give me 1 health, 1 point will give me 1 strength, and there'll be a certain point you hit a what's the word? Because it's like Dark Souls. After putting a certain amount of points, 1 point won't be worth as much, if that makes sense. So from, let's say, 0 to 30, I get every point is worth 1 point. But after 30, so let's say 30 to 60, it'll be 2 points for 1 strength. And then from 60 to 90, it'll be 3 points, if that makes sense. So It'll take a lot more points to do that, and clearly right from the start, wisdom takes 3 points. So if you put 5 in agility, boom, and I press that, done. But on here, I can only put 1, as I've only got 5, so I need another point to actually put a second one in here. So when you're more confident, when you know what you're doing, you could splash everything on wisdom to try and XP quicker, especially if you've got a friend that'll help you. That's a really good advantage, so they can carry you basically throughout the games, or for a while, whatever you want to choose. I'm not going to put my points in there now, so I'm going to look into this bit, which press S for spells. These are all the spells of my character that I'll be able to unlock. Others is things you'll be able to unlock in training, or in dungeons you'll be able to unlock these extras. Let's go back to the Sedida spell. These are my 4 starting ones. 4 different elements. Easier to make a decision, I guess. So I can pick earth, water, intelligence, fire, agility is air. So what you could do is read through your spells, see what comes when, and decide what points you want to put in what. The advantage of Dofus 3.0, you can retract these points at any time. So if you decide to, let's say, stick to earth for, look, you got big, so that's bramble, it's aggressive bramble, sorry. You know, you can carry this on till, I can't remember what level you unlock that at. Level 35. You can just carry on all to strength, and when you unlock this bushfire, you unlock that as level 105. So if you decide to, you know, stick to strength the whole way, and then when you get to 105 you want to put it into intelligence, it's easy as retract your points and put it into something else. So if I remember, it goes down this way, then this way, and then this way, all the way up to level 200. And after you hit level 200, then you can go into these other score points, which, to be fair, I've never hit level 200. I got to about 175 as maximum. It does take a while to level up, I'll tell you that. And this game is way better when you have someone or other people, so it's really good in that sense, to make friends and stuff like that. So far, it looks like you're going to get an agility spell at level 20, an aggressive bramble at level 35. I think I'm going to stick to strength at the moment, as I quite like this spell. Let's go back to here, distribute my points. I'm going to put maximum on strength, which is earth-based spells, and boom. My pods is increased for some reason, my prospecting. Not sure what that does. Was it your odds of earning item at the end of fights? Okay, there you go. So put your mouse on the thing, it'll explain it for you. I can do this. So press back the distribution point and reset all your points. It takes it away from you, or you can manually do it, up to you. That's how you change your your strength, fire, whatever, etc. Simple as that. Great advantage, which you didn't have before. Is there any more information? So that I missed out. So strength increases earth and neutral damage and healing. So obviously some healing spell will really use strength for healing. Don't ask me why, it just does. And my pods went up because it says that it also increased pods. -1 strength points increases your pods by 5 points, which is why my pods has increased intelligence, increases fire damage and healing. Chance or water, it also increases prospecting. That's interesting. Agility increases air damage and healing. It also increases dodge and lock. -10. Lock is probably the point where you get really close to an enemy and you don't want them to escape, because some enemies literally hit you and run away. So that's a good advantage to have. And wisdom, which will increase your AAP and MP parry reduction. So yeah, that is totally up to you how you can mix it and match it. Go full on health, learn the game, learn from your mistakes is the best advice I can tell you. You're going to see other builds, you're going to see YouTube videos, go out there, explore, test. Honestly, this game ain't going nowhere. It's fantastic. It just keeps on going. You're always learning. So we're going to leave that as that. There's a lot of talking, I must say. You get different views. As you can see, I've only got 1 achievement at the moment. Guild, alliance, alignment, spouse and house. Let's keep going. Stay and train. Let's just move on. I ain't got time for this. I think I've been talking enough. Let's go out in the world. So that was one quest. On to the next. So now that we've learned how to fight, young soul, I salute you. I'm here to teach you the basics about professions. There are many professions that will allow you to show off your skills, but I suppose we have to start somewhere. So why not craft a ring? The gods taught 12 Vians to create magic jewelry with natural resources. Crafting the ring is easy as pie. Simply collect the necessary materials and use the bench to assemble them. So it's a tutorial on how to start crafting and stuff like that. You'll need wheat, ash, iron, nettle, and a freshly caught gudgeon. You'll find everything you need right here. If you forgot what you need, take a look in your quest diary, in your explore area. So it's showing us everything we need to create our ring. This profession I think is called jeweler. There's many professions out there. You can be a baker, which is really good to bake bread, which helps you heal quicker. There's alchemist, there's fishing, there's loads of, I'm hoping at some point we can have a look at that. So these are showing us all the stuff we need. So I need a nettle. And as you can see, it says some stuff we won't be able to collect until you've leveled that profession enough. That makes sense. So now we're fishing. Caught a fish. I'm going to take some wheat. Cut the tree down. Mine some iron. There we go. So we get to the bench to create a jewelry. And we're going to create the ring we need. So the ring that we can make at the moment is this ring, which will increase our power to 3 to 4. It's also a... There's the ingredients to make it. So we just press it. Press combine. There we go. Created a ring. My jeweler profession is now increased to level 2. So I'm going to press this bit right here. Oh, hello. Profession. Like I said, we've got jeweler, alchemist, farmer, fisherman, lumberjack, miner. So because I've just done one of each, they've all increased a bit. I've got half an XP bar off all of them. Yeah, there's hunter, artificer, breeder. So you have the mounts, you can breed them to get different types. It's really interesting aspect of this. You can make a whole video just about breeding. Carver, handyman, shoemaker, smith, tailor, carving magus, no idea what that is. Costume magus, craft magus, jewel magus, shoe magus, and smith magus. I think these magus are, what do you call them? Cosmetic things, if I remember. So yeah, that's our stuff. That's the professions in the game, which also unlocked another achievement. And let's talk to the main guy. Good work, Mr. Metaboss. Equip the ring and meet Master Toms in the next room. One final trial awaits you. Ooh. Get to equip the ring. Got a full set now. And there we go. We got some skeleton enemies to fight. Hey, Mr. Metaboss, aren't you? I've been expecting you. Have you equipped the ring you just crafted? Remember that the gods are watching us. Are you brave enough to fight the dreaded Chaffers? They're weaker than the ones you'll find in Incarnam, which is the first island we're going to go to. But they are dangerous nonetheless. Reply that you're ready to prove your worth. As you explore the world and its hostile regions, you'll often have to face multiple opponents at the same time. Adventurers generally band together to avoid being outflanked. You're always stronger when you have allies at your back. That I can agree. I'll join you in your next fight. To demonstrate together, we'll fight a Chaffer Scout and 2 Chaffer Pikemen. A good starting position can make all the difference. So be sure to reposition yourself or request a movement from me. So we're going to press that, start the fight. There we go. So if you press him, you can just swap places. I think you can put him wherever you want. Let's see if it's other online players. They can do whatever they want. But yeah. So we're going to fight with an ally. Press ready. And I'm the one who starts. Hopefully I do a bit more damage now. Maybe not so much. And positioning is everything. So as you can see, there's a pillar right here. If I hide behind it, even as an archer, he'll have to go a bit more out to actually reach me. So if he was to get me from the side, if you follow the squares, he would have to be somewhere here to actually hit me. Or he'll have to come really close, which both ways, I'm the winner. So it's the ally's turn. I don't know what he did. Boosting himself, and he came closer. As expected. I'm going to pop my head out. Hit him a bit more. And go hide in the corner again. Positioning is everything in this game. Use the environment to your advantage. So he did get me at one point. I want to hit him again. The thing is, I just realized, why have I been hitting him only once when I could hit him twice? I feel like a right idiot. I had action points to spend. And we're going to go for this guy. Finish him off. And I'm going to line myself up with this guy. Ready for the next round. He's used a pushed move, so he's moved in by 1 square. There we go. See you later. I won the sword, and I've won this inferior soul splinter. Cool. Now I can equip the sword. Oh, this equipment here, that is a usable item. Whatever that is, let's stick to equipment, and I now have a full set. So I have got A vitality and A initiative. Combine bonuses. There we go, that's the answer. As I got everything. Combine the bonuses, and it tells me I get 18 vitality and 15 initiative extra. Fantastic, we like that. Talk to him. You win. You made it through the last fight. You've earned yourself a shiny new sword. Clearly, you've got a good eye, Ganymede. You weren't lying when you said we had a potential hero on our hands. I understand you very well. Well done, Miss Mellowboss. I didn't doubt you for a second. Your training is nearly complete, you know. Enough to stand on your own 2 feet. Feel confident about the future. You should know that if you aren't in love with the class you chose, it is possible to change at least as long as you're still a novice. All you have to do is talk to Andre Incarni. She'll be waiting for you at the entrance of the temple. Or you could always make a new character. There's no problem there. Great. Before you leave the temple to explore Kanam, we should talk about the quest for Dofus. Come with me. There we go. It's open a bit more. Everything's a bit scattered everywhere, so let me place that how I want it and how I like it. Got health here. Everything can be changed. Ooh, yes, this is excellent. So after completing that, you get these 3 achievements. This is a key that will allow you to go into a dungeon once, I think free of charge. If not, you either buy them or you make the keys to enter specific dungeons. As you can see, there's a big list of dungeons out there, and yeah, so you get a chance to do them all at least once for free. With the raids, forget about raids, that's for later. Hit level 3, extra 5 health, more characteristic points, and 5 extra pods. There's our chat in the bottom left corner, which I will make it bigger. It doesn't have to be that big, to be fair. Remove that here. You can make it big, small. Choose however you want it to look like. Press it, you got 100%, 83, you 83 out of the 83. It's up to you however you want to do it. Oh, goodness, that is awful. Nope, nope, nope. Go back to how it was. Just spend some time, test it out, see what you like, put it wherever you want. Great way to customize the game as you want. You've got the mini map here, you can make it bigger, which I would recommend, to be fair, just because right now it's small because there's only like 1 room, but you'll see when we get out there. And the right hand side, that can also be hidden. Expand to make it bigger, make it longer, up to you however you want it, and you can again move it wherever you want. You can have it on top. There's a way you could actually make it into a what's it called, landscape, if that makes sense. Right now I'm happy with big icons. I'm going to leave it on the side. It's good where it is. We've got an XP bar here, which I'm going to put right here. Excellent. What else is there? Let's do into characteristics. Distribute more points into strength. More damage, 7 achievements, fantastic. We've got all these icons. I don't know if I want to go through all of them, but we'll have a look. So characteristics, spells, inventory we've done. Cosmetic items. No idea what that is. Assuming it's literally stuff you can put on if you own them to make your character look different than what he's wearing. You either purchase them from the shops or you make them yourself. It's a quest log. At the moment I've got no quest, of course. I've done 5 quests, which is the beginning and tutorial. But the rest of the quests will be here. Got the map, which will open after, because the map is huge. We've got a calendar to see what's upcoming. Rankings, I'm assuming that's PvP and stuff like that. My profile, that's a little more information on my character and his professions and stuff. His equipment, if you want to know that, and rankings. I am a beginner. Let's not even look at that. Friends, if you have any friends, you can invite them by adding their camera names or their character's name. That makes sense. There's your guild. Obviously, I'm not part of one, but there's loads of different guilds. As the French game, obviously, there's loads more French people, but there's loads of English-speaking people and stuff like that. If you want to practice your French, to be fair, it's pretty good in that sense, because even though I was French, I never learned how to speak or read or write, and playing this game is what taught me. So if you want to learn French, just join a French guild and off you go, man. Alliance, I have no idea what that is. I'm assuming it's like a bigger thing for raids and stuff. Achievements, you've got an achievement board. It's a great way to progress through the game. So general, hit all your levels, and more achievement points. Exploration, so all these are the different parts of the map of the world. And can all be our starting one. So it says discover these areas. You'll get extra XP points and money, and if you manage to finish it, you'll get a nice big reward. So just by walking around into the first area, you'll manage to get an extra 546 XP, which is quite big at the start. That's true, which we will be going before the end of the video, as it's really important to have a look at that. A Machina, etc. And then you've got dungeon achievements. So dungeon from 1 to 50 says defeat the boss. And you've got these extra little challenges in the games, which we haven't gone through yet. You defeat this boss. So remember, in this first boss, you have a few enemies to kill. See, the first one is just kill him first, basically. And you'll get some bonuses. You finish that dungeon, you'll get a big reward. And this just goes on and on. You've got your monsters, which monsters to kill, quests, professions, breeding, etc. So all that to look out for. We've got a shop. So these, you can change your commas into these ogrins, which can be spent into the shop. It's up to you. You can use your real money. It's pretty good like that. Work with some extra stuff, which I've never claimed before. What's this? Encyclopedia. I'm guessing all the information you want can be shown here. Never used it. Profession. So that's where you finish all your levels and how you're doing on terms of work. Adventure guide. Oh, that's new. So it tells you what quests needed to get the Dofus. Obviously, the main game is to collect all the Dofus. It's the whole point of the game. That's why it's called Dofus. So you got some recommended levels on them. Obviously, 20 to 200. That's probably like you can start from 20, but the quests don't carry on till way later. But yeah, you want to collect all the Dofus. That's the main part of the game. So every quest, every dungeon, etc. will link you to that. That's a good feature. I don't remember that being that there. Sets. Okay, whatever that is. And breeding. So I've never done breeding myself. I've just done loads of video, but I guess you've got a whole window just to keep track of everything. That's that. So I'm going to go quickly. I'm going to speed this up. Let's get yourselves and I out of here to have a look at the world. Test out, check out some enemies quickly, and hopefully wrap up the video. Oh, they're all 6 there, yeah? So you got a quest on the left that says find out more about the destination, which I think is move on. So you've got a pinpoint here on the map that tells you what to do next. Boom, that's the Incarnum. So that's our first map, you could say. Tell him, yeah, it's all good. Leave the temple. And you can start this quest with her, so totally up to you, but we're going to leave as we've got rushing a bit on time. It's taking longer than I thought. It's too much to do. That's what it is. Too much to do, too much to talk. So, another achievement for leaving this. Fantastic. You can start this guy's quest. We've got some beginning enemies. Another player. Yeah. Oh, what's that so big? Anyway, we are going to open them up. And this is the beginning island. That's where you start off with. We're right here. We've got these teleporters called Zaps. Quest will show you and tell you to go through all of them. There's a few stuff like professions you could do in these areas. You've got the market here if you want to buy stuff. You can do your crafting here. There's a butcher here for hunting. There's a fisherman's workshop to make some fishes, etc. Loads to do. This area is the chaffer, so it's like the skeletons we've just fought. And that's skeleton head is the dungeons. That's how our dungeons look in the game. So it says recommended level 10. Probably with some help, I'll tell you that. So right now, we're gonna have a quick look across the map. We're gonna go straight to this hot air balloon, which will take us to Astrip, so I can show you the actual world map. Let's close the map. Let's make our way there. So just by going right. And just by stepping into this area, you'll memorize the location of the Zap, so which means it's now unlocked. I don't have any other unlocked. But basically, you'll have a list, the more zaps you unlock by just walking into them, and then you'll be able to teleport around. That's a cost, of course. It's not super expensive unless you travel really far. But that's something to know. There's the marketplace. This guy sells all sorts. So if you want to buy keys, he's also a good shout. But it's not only NPCs that do markets. People can also put up the sale. So, you know, when you get rid of equipment and stuff, you can sell them off to other players. Look right here. We've got some big boys here with some nice equipment. We're going to jump straight into the portal. So if you were to start the game, explore this area, spend some levels to level 20, etc. You know, get used to the game, try out the dungeon. And when you have to complete the dungeon, and you've done all the achievements for it, I'd recommend to move on to Astrup. So you come here to this portal and travel to Astrup. But yeah, do as many quests as you can here. Do all the quests if you can in here. So everyone with an exclamation mark. It's really important that you do so. Check the achievement log if you don't know. And they will reward you with a quite good set to start off with. So right now we're going to jump to Astrup and make our way there. And here we go. Welcome to Astrup, and we can follow the main quest by talking to her. And we're going to step outside. It's obviously a lot more populated in this area, of course. People with their fancy mounts. Let's go to a really fancy place where everyone hangs out, which is the portal of Astrup. Everyone's over there. Maybe not. I'm wrong. No one's here. What's going on? What about the bank? There's always people at the bank. The bank, what I'm on about. The bank was left from where I was. Great. I'm gonna go left and then up. This server's pretty not that active as I thought. But yeah, there's more people here, I guess. So we're gonna. So these are peewees, so good starters. They drop some few equipments there. Like this character here's got their hat for it. And yeah, so let's open the world map. And this is Dofus, guys. So this is the map of the town Astrup. It's a good starting area after you've completed Incarnam. You're gonna spend a while here. From here, I want to give you a quick recommendation. After that dungeon in Incarnam, I'll recommend this dungeon. It's called the Field Dungeon, which is level 20. From here, you want to do the Sandy Castle Dungeon, which is also level 20. And then the Gobble Dungeon, which is level 30. So your beginning time, you're going to spend a lot of time in Incarnam. When you're done, you'll come down here. You'll do a few quests. You'll be running up and down the map anyway. Then when you're confident enough, or maybe you've got a friend or two, jump onto the dungeons, get this one done, spend some time here, do the quest here, do the dungeon here, and then to the Gobble area. And the Gobble tend to drop some really good equipment as well. So yeah, I'm going to zoom out and you're going to be shocked at how big this map is. It don't look small, but imagine that every square is like that is where we sit. It's one square, and each time you move is one square. Obviously you got the coordinates -7, -20, which is how you'd communicate to a lot of people when you say you want to meet up. If like in the middle of nowhere, it'd be like come to coordinate -5, -20. So you know it's just get here, boom, you know it's over here. So yeah, this will take you a good few hours, to be fair, especially first time playing it. And then you've got a small town here, Amak now, which is pretty nice, to be fair. And then here is pretty busy as well. So as you can see here, you've got the panda icon, you've got the cat, you've got the blood guy, the Sram, me as a Sadida, it's the doll that's here, and that's my Sadida temple. So each class will have their own temple with their own quest that you'll have to do. It's a really good place to visit. I think the main quest will take you to these areas anyway. So yeah, it's a good shout. You'll be spending some time in the Kawat Island, which is shaped as a carrot. Instead of Kawat, a carrot is Kawat. I can't remember what level you have to be here. It says about level 40, top left corner. So there's a dungeon here, and trust me, this gets a lot harder at this point, I must say. Especially people who try to rush this base. I think by completing this dungeon and the main story of Kawat Island, you'll unlock probably your first Dofus, to be fair. And that's about level 60. Trust me, you can't be doing that alone though. But yeah, this is the Pandala Island, which was added many years ago with the Panda class. It's my favorite place. I always register my Zap here or the portals where if I die I tend to teleport back over here. Personal preference. You don't have to pick that. I just do. I love the scenery. It's like samurai, ninja style. I love it. Always come here. Just be careful when you're around here. So here, it may say level 100, but it's a safe zone. There's enemies around here, which you know, it's 120, 130, etc. So you don't want to be out and exploring too much here. So yeah, that's the Pandala Island. What else can I talk about? We've got Free Ghost, which is a massive update, which got put on a while ago, which is main area. To be fair, to get here, you'll have to Google it to be fair, but you have to use the boat, and there's loads of quests to do and stuff like that. Fantastic place to go. Great place, great quests to be fair, great storyline. Highly recommend it. But what level do you have to be? 110. So yeah, so it's a bit far out for now. We've got the Otomai Island, level 130 apparently. We're level 40 around this area. So I think after finishing this, probably before going to Kawat, try and make your way to Otomai. Really interesting place, good place to see. There's loads of stuff to do. There is a dungeon at level 50 here. It's a good place to XP, especially starting with. So yeah, go check this out. And yeah, I'm not going to go through because I've been to certain places, but not all of them. I'll let for yourself to explore yourself. So there's factions as well. So that's probably what the alliance stands for. So you have Bonta, which is the main capital here, which is the rival of this area, which they're called Brakma. When it comes down to PvP, obviously you can fight everyone, but in terms of the alliance, you've got the Brakma and the Bonta. A lot of people tend to use these as home places, you could say, to register your zaps. Now, personally, I quite like Bonta. It's really nice, really colorful, and this is a bit more darker. Up to you. The difference is, if you pick Bonta, I don't know if there's any characters here. The more PvP you do with your wings on, when I mean wings, I don't know if there's an example here. If you join Bonta, you'll have wings over your head character name. I mean like angel wings for Bonta, and the higher rank you get to, the bigger the wings. If you don't know what I mean, check on Google Images. It looks really cool as well, and you get really big, telling you like you're the boss of the PvP. Is pretty cool. And then if you're Brakma, you've got like devil wings, and they look pretty cool as well, especially when they're fully expanded. So yeah, that's quick explanation. That'll be quick. I mean, I haven't stopped talking, but this is Dofus. It's the hidden gem of MMOs by the French. Highly recommend it. There's loads of fun to do. Hours and hours of game time. I mean, even if you want to rush and take your time in this, I mean, to get to level 200, it might take you an entire year. There's so much to do, so much to explore. And one of the problems is, what I did say is subscribe. So if you subscribe for the monthly subscription, you know, it's a one-off payment if you want for 30 days. I think if you don't pay, you get to do the whole Enkanam. That's free to play. You come down to Astrub, and I think you get to the field dungeon to about here, which is what, level 20 I think, or something like that. So you'll get to explore about this area. After that, you can't really do anything. So check out the game. It'll give you a good, what, 20-30 hours of game time if you take your time before you decide to commit. Again, it's only £4 anyway. £4 for a month, not a lot, and you'll be able to explore the entirety of the game. But yeah, one more thing too before we wrap this up. If you go back to change character, after you've done a character to a certain level and is really strong, they will get XP bonuses. So as you can see, I've started this character. It's only level 3, but I've got if I was to create a new character right now, I will get a ×2 experience points. So it's really good when you try to have multiple characters after completing them. So if in the same server, if you have a character that's level 200 for instance, this new character you'll make will actually have ×4 experience points. So it won't take you as long to level up another character. Great feature, I highly like it. But the X4 will only last till a certain point, maybe to level 100 or something. Then it'll drop to X3, X2, 150, and then obviously the last bit will probably be by itself. Yeah, so that's Dofus, everyone. If I was to go to my regular account, is it this one? Level 38. Why do I have a random level 38? I do not know. Honestly, I don't know. There is a character here that's level 100 or something. 155. There we go. Look at this beaut. And if I was to create a new character, he has a boost of ×3. So there you go, guys. I'm gonna wrap up right now. Cheers for watching, everyone. I hope you enjoyed this video. There's so much more you can do with this game. It never ends, to be fair. There's so much to do. So many things you can collect, achievements. Just never ends. So if you did enjoy this video, please like and subscribe. I may do another video on this. I don't know, but I think everyone should get involved. It's literally a hidden gem, so don't sleep on it. The animation maybe ain't great for you, but you'll get used to it. Honestly, it's fantastic. You can download a I can't remember where it was. I think it's on the start on the option settings where you can download a, there you go, a 4K pack, which it'll take a few more gigabytes of storage, but then the whole game will look a lot neater, and in 4K it will look so much better. So I do recommend that if you're able to, your PC can handle it. I just can't be asked downloading it right now. But yeah, hope you enjoyed. We will be trying out Dofus Retro or Wakfu at some point. Stay tuned for that. Cheers everyone, it's Mr. Meadow Boss here, signing out.
Like and subscribe, and hit the notification bell.